Bonjour everyone, this is Vincent from Albert, and today we're going to take a look at how you can leverage Gen AI to identify business drivers that may impact your workforce. This video is part of a series we did about how Gen AI can improve the use of Albert. If you want to find out more about our stance on Gen AI, about its benefits, but also its possible inconsistencies or security concerns, make sure to follow us on LinkedIn and our blog. Today, in this case, we'll be looking at a custom GPT that you can build with your technology of choice. The use case for this is identifying business drivers that could impact the populations you are dealing with. Let's say you're a business leader, for instance, and you want to take into account everything that could be happening to your workforce in the coming years. The best way to do this is to map all the change factors. It could be market related, for instance, or it could be internal projects. It could be a new organization that you're setting in place, maybe new org designs. It could be a new technology as well. There are many reasons why this would impact a given population. However, it's not a trivial thing to do, and it's good to have a sparring partner, which is exactly what this GPT does. So for this GPT, you will need a model that has so-called reasoning capabilities, such as DeepSeek O1, for instance, Gemini 2.0, or here in our case, OpenAI's O4 Mini. Ideally with a search capability as well, so that it's able to find and look up information on the internet as well. Let's see how this works. After sending your instructions to the GPT, it will ask you for more information. So the first one being, what language do you want? The second one is from what start date. Here is going to be from January 2026, for instance, up until January 2029. So that's a 3-year time horizon, for instance. The granularity that I want, yearly, and the jobs or business units that I'm interested in, and potentially also your company as well. So let's say I am focusing on the customer success team at Albert, the SaaS company dedicated to SWP. Just going to provide the website to avoid any ambiguity as well, as such, and off we go. As you can see, the GPT is suggesting potential changes that may occur in the coming years. In my case, I want to say that I am growing my customer base by 60% yearly. It's a CAGR. But also I want to be sharing that I am introducing a new technology, that will take care of 30% of the support the team is currently handling. So as you can see, it came up with 2 drivers. The first one is called, obviously, the customer base growth, and the second one is the new support automation tech. It is already thinking or suggesting that the impact is going to be, 60% every year, and it's going to be a type 2 rule inside Albert. So embedded within Albert, we have several types of rules, and it's going to automatically pick the right one based on how you want to express your driver. And it's pretty much the same one for the second driver, based on the introduction of a new technology. However, it's not going to be the same rate every year, because once the technology is introduced, its impact have already been taken into account. So this is how it should look like over time. But as you can see, I still need to mention what are the starting headcount, and does it make sense to apply the full 30% reduction all at once in 26, or do I want something that would be phasing in? Let's pretend that it's already good. My only concern is that I am introducing this new technology only in 27. Also, the starting headcount is 2. So as you can see, it made some modifications by delaying the effect of the introduction of this new technology. And also, it has a starting point. So that's if you already know or have an intuition about what's going to change in the coming years. But what if you have no clue and you want to be inspired? Can you tell me what could be impacting my customer success team in the coming years based on market trends? So here it is after a while. It provides us with a little benchmark and a few insights on potential drivers that could impact the customer success team at Albert. The first one is the SaaS market expansion. I suppose that with a 60% growth rate, we've already covered the topic. Self-service adoption and AI is pretty much the introduction of the new technology I was mentioning, so we're fine. Hyper personalization and elevated expectations. Why not? I'm not 100% convinced. But the last one, 24/7 remote support and the so-called follow the sun support, is something interesting because we have customers on multiple time zones in the Americas, in Europe, in Asia as well. So yeah, help me turn number 5 into an Albert driver. And after doing some thinking, here is what it comes up with. So there's a lot of explanations, a lot of sources as well, but basically it turned the trend into something that I can leverage directly inside Albert. Okay, so let's recap all the rules, please. You can also modify them if you want. For instance, here, I'm not too happy with that 30% productivity driver because support is not something that the customer success team does full time. It's something they only spend about 40% of their time, which is why I want to change that. Driver number 2 is not 100% accurate. The customer success team only spends 40% of their time doing support. All right, well, that's better. Now I can see that only 30% out of 40% is actually 12%, which aligns better with the real impact on productivity that I'm expecting. So there you have it, all your rules, all in one place, all in a format that you can directly use inside Albert and import it. If you like this content, we got more coming on GPTs as well. Make sure to comment and subscribe on LinkedIn and follow us on our blog.